Well, good morning, everyone. Today is Monday, May the 4th, 2020. My name is Brennan Derone. I'm the Chief Distribution Officer here at E4 Insurance Services. And we are going to be joined today by Principal, both Mason McKinnie and Jack Leavy. But before we get to them, have a couple national days to go over. So, of course, I already said it's May the 4th, so it's National Star Wars Day. You know, some of you are pretty giddy about that. It's National Bird Day, National Candied Orange Peel Day, National Renewal Day. Not exactly sure what that's about. Didn't bother to read, but it's out there. You can figure it out. National Weather Observers Day, and National Melanoma Monday. Also, not a national holiday, but of note within E4 Insurance Services, it is also our president, Dan Peterson's birthday today. So happy birthday to him. With that, I'm going to hand over the mic to Mason McKinnie and Jack. Mason, thank you for joining us, and take her away.
Thank you for the invitation. May the 4th be with you as well. Hey, gonna speak most of the day today about opportunities in the business market and really what we're seeing, but want to take a quick minute just to talk about the overall, I guess, business at Principal. Many of you know we've adopted some very competitive accelerated underwriting and electronic application platforms that have been really used in full force lately. Our app count is currently 150% above plan or where we expected it to be for this year. So to date, we've received, I guess the month of April, we've received over about 23,000 applications, which is substantially higher than what we expected to receive, and frankly, what I expected to receive in light of everything that's going on outside and around us. So the good news is, people are out there selling life insurance. People are out there buying life insurance. The challenges in getting these things through the pipeline, examined, APS records and things like that. So please continue to take advantage of our accelerated underwriting opportunities, our fluidless options in light of COVID-19. And if you have any questions on that, please don't hesitate to reach out to our friends at E4, who will bring us in the mix as well. So great opportunities out there. And in light of that, I want to bring on Jack Leavy today to talk about what kind of opportunities may still exist in the business market. We're seeing a lot of protection-focused business. We're seeing a lot of key person and buy-sell needs and reviews and opportunities being generated. But there's some other things that you can be proactive with your business owner, clients, and prospects that I'm going to turn it over to Jack to talk about. So thanks again for the time. And Jack, I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you, Mason. Thank you, Brendan. Luke Skywalker here. No, all kidding aside, I have a couple ideas I want to share with you. And, you know, in the spirit of this pandemic, you know, the obvious thing you might think is, how do you sell fringe benefits in this space? I'm here to say this is the best time to have these conversations, whether you want to play offense, meaning maybe you don't have the client, the business owner as a client yet, and you're looking to dislodge an incumbent advisor that's asleep at the wheel, or maybe this is your client. Now, I would say that I've actually been doing executive benefits for a while now. I remember when Y2K was a problem. Can we sell during those times in planes, and buildings? And then 2008, there was another recession. And then even in the Midwest, Detroit went bankrupt, and I was in that town in 12. How do you actually talk to a business owner about something positive? Well, there's some unintended consequences that occur. Maybe 2 weeks ago, I read an article where 1/5 of all companies were thinking of revisiting their qualified plan. That's code for they might eliminate a match. I just read an article today. It says COVID may affect non-discrimination testing. So let's talk about a small business owner. I had a company just recently have 4 restaurants. They struggle with qualified plans. They've always had this issue of testing, high turnover, and these testing issues create the problem and also the opportunity. They still think, even out of this issue of COVID, that they might maybe get rid of a restaurant, but they're high end. The head chef has a problem. He's never going to be retirement ready. The first thing they do is get rid of dental insurance. And I talked to some folks about, what do? You get rid of dental, then you get rid of the company match. Then you have to look key people like this chef, or maybe the key people at a auto dealer or a manufacturer. They're going to come out of this. And you know what? There's an unintended consequence where they may actually have a refund check coming back. So if you want to be proactive with a business owner, I would say the wealth managers are asleep at the wheel right now. The people that are the high-end life person that might look like a practice that you do private money management, you're a top-down marketer, you do life insurance for the owner, you do buy-sell planning, you may even do the 401k or the group benefits, you are in the catbird seat. These are the kind of conversations that you want to have with a business owner about what are you going to do? Because undeniable truth is, if you think you're going to come out of this, and these businesses will, you might be a little leaner. You might have 50 employees, not 70. You might have 20 and not 40. But the unintended consequences, you still have restoration problems. So how about talking to a business owner about restoration plans? As you say to that key employee, I'm sorry, I might be reducing your match. I'm really sorry. I might also get rid of our dental for a while. You stay with me, stick with me, and I'll take care of you, but I might restore a benefit for you, an executive bonus plan, a deferred compensation plan. When you look at the larger plans out there, meaning the larger employers, you might find that it says right on their non-qualified documents, restoration plan. And that was because non-qualified restored lost benefits to those key people. Restoration plans are very popular. Let's bring it down market. So if you're looking for a positive conversation, talk to that business owners about time to work on your business, not just in your business. So guess what? Time to review your buy sell, time to review your policies, time to review restoration plans, because your key lieutenants stuck with you. I'll tell you a story about a manufacturer in the Detroit area that I did some business with, and they would tell me that the name on the building was the owner. And they lived through 2 different recessions. What they do is they might hunker down, get rid of some employees, get rid of a shift. But he used to laugh and he'd say, we started the company with picnics on 4th of July in the owner's front yard. Then we got so big that we went out to the parks. Now we may just have our picnics back in the owner's front yard for a year or 2. But when we come back, the same key lieutenants are there, and the unintended consequences, now they have a retirement readiness problem, even more glaring. See, I like to say 401ks are all broken because key employees either can't defer what they want or they have restrictions. So this kind of restoration concept might make sense. Again, undeniable truths. There will be vibrant companies now and into the future. Companies might be sitting on some extra money, even through PPP. So this is like idea number 2. This is the time for owners to think about, hey, I need to be flexible. I might have liquidity. I might have just borrowed some money that's not forgivable. I had an owner tell me, I'm tired of paying term insurance. What else do you have? And I said, have you ever thought about balance sheet friendly life insurance? And he goes, what are you talking about? I go, if you structure life insurance properly, it could be a sinking fund for the next downturn or the next pandemic. He goes, I can do that. I said, the efficiencies of life insurance allow you to access your money on a very efficient basis. And he said, I would rather look at that than term insurance. Why do I say that? I mean, this silent killer has had people think about mortality, and business owners might have the liquidity, they might have flexibility, they might have just borrowed a bunch of money that's not forgivable, but they're just not really interested in buying term insurance. So we're actually showing some life insurance feeding into something cash value friendly on the balance sheet. And I like to always tell the story when I used to go to ALU every year, and I haven't gone in the last couple, but we would sit down with our senator in 2000 and I think it was 12 when Detroit was in trouble. We sat down and we told our legislator, we have business owners that are using the liquidity of life insurance, the tax efficiencies of life insurance to make ends meet, make payroll. And she said, at the time it was Debbie Stabenow, she said, hey, look it, my dad was in the insurance business. I get what you're trying to do. I'm all behind you. So idea number 1 is, again, be proactive. Think about you're in a top-down marketing situation. You know the owners. Who are having conversations with them? It's the 401k advisors that are talking about people, laying people off, loans, hardships. Or they're talking to the owner about redoing the match or getting rid of it or suspending it. Maybe, maybe not. But they're also talking about when we come out of this, you're still going to be doing great. you just may be a little leaner. The car dealership, the manufacturer, the restaurant chain. Let's start getting proactive because you don't have to be negative to them. This is a positive conversation. Sit back, reflect. Who are your key employees? Are they still going to be your lieutenants that you might want to just say, hey, I'm sorry, but stick with me and I might give you this 5-year carrot. Stay with me 5 years and maybe there's a $500,000 sitting there or 200,000. That's a deferred compensation plan. So those are kind of some neat things going out there in this space. I would say also don't be nervous about talking to business owners about insurance and maybe unforgivable loans that they need some insurance on. And those are two things that you might be able to do in this world. I'll turn it back over to Brendan. I have questions. But again, restoration plans are very popular today.
Thank you very much. I love I'll tell you about balance sheet friendly life insurance, not terminology that gets used often, but is very apropos, and just love the way that it rolls off the tongue. So if anybody has any questions, now is the chance to unmute yourself. I would also take note what Mason said about they're at 150% of plan. There are a lot of people still, writing insurance, and those that are interested in getting coverage, either because of loss of job or a focus on their own mortality. But term is definitely seeing an uptick in the industry, and if you're not talking to your clients about it, somebody else is, because they are interested in it. So with that, if you have questions, now's your chance. Otherwise, I hope everyone has a great week. We truly appreciate it, and stay healthy. May the 4th be with you.
That's good. We're here to be a resource. Remember, safe harbor alternative. You might call it that. You might call it a restoration plan. You might call it truing people up. What are you doing when you get through all this? Make sure your key lieutenants are sticking around. And they might say, this is a good time to at least talk about it. And so I like to just close with this. I saw some financial advisors in my neighborhood. I knew there was a bunch of them in there, and I've been seeing them walk the dog lately. And I thought to myself, why are they walking the dog? Because they never do that. Well, I finally pulled one of them over and I said, Jamie, what are you doing? And he just said, well, he's a financial wealth manager, asset gatherer type, not a multifaceted top-down marketer, life pro. He just said, I don't have anything to talk to him about, so I'm doing a lot of Zoom meetings where I'm drinking all afternoon, so I got to walk the dog because I got to walk this off. And it dawned on me, and that's why my preamble was, who's in the catbird seat now? It's those folks that spend these times, and I remember another advisor saying, when I have these recessions, maybe my wealth business or has some less conversations, but my group practice, my benefits practice, my 401k practice activity goes way up. And I think, as I know your advisors, Brendan, I think these are your gentlemen and ladies kind of in that mold. And so that's why I think these are great ideas now.
Yeah, no, and I mean, I think, like you said, buy-sell review.
Everything's on the table.
Look at key man. Yeah, it's a good time to focus, on the business versus in the business.
That's right.
So
be a resource for them.
Yeah, I highly appreciate it.
Thank you.
Have a great week.
Bye all.
Bye.
Thank you.